Jason Court achieved a healthy weight and went into maintenance and proved that age doesn't have to be a barrier. Legends walk among us, and some of them, like Jason, walk lightly these days. Welcome back to the Lose to Win podcast with myself, Josh, Jack and Ben. No laughing this week. Well done.
Purposefully not laughed.
Purposefully not laughed. Well, yeah. You've done well there, Ben.
I didn't want to detract from the beautiful introduction.
Oh, this one was quite
giggling
nonchalant,
like a schoolchild.
How are you lads then? How you been?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all good. It's been a bit of a tricky week so far on the diet side of things. I don't think I definitely haven't been as strict as I was last week, and I was obviously aiming for something particular last week, which I achieved.
Yes.
And I really put myself through it last week, and I think I'm at the stage now that the cravings are still there. You know, you have the cravings and you get past the cravings.
Mm-hmm.
And I've kind of allowed some of the cravings to be satisfied, should we say, this week a little bit. So I just need to I have reined it in as of kind of properly yesterday, and I've had a good day today, and I will until Friday. And anything down this week will be exactly what I need to continue my quest to stay in last man standing and everything else. But I'll be happy with anything, and then I'll go again. I think I'm building up to getting more consistent over 2 weeks rather than just a real big push 1 week. I much prefer to not have to hit 1.9% to achieve what I wanted to achieve. I much prefer to sit around maybe the 1 kilo mark per week and go from there. But I have another target in sight, which is our game, Benjamin. So
last game of the season.
So if I'm able to, and this week may have a dent in that, where we'll have a dent in that, but I'll have to go pretty strong to achieve what I want to achieve by that game.
So how many kgs you got to lose to get? How many weeks have we got? 6 weeks.
5.
It's a good question. Whilst we talk, I shall have
14, a look so
at
5
my
weeks
email.
Left.
5 weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm probably going to prove to myself that it's going to be very, very difficult. But I will have a look whilst we are chatting and try.
Whilst you do that, then how are you, Ben?
I am okay, thanks, mate. We've had a bit of a ropey week just because we had a bit of a scare with my son who was taken into hospital for fear of an appendix. An appendicitis. Everyone's got an appendix, obviously, unless you've had it removed. But he was in hospital on Monday and then had to go back on Tuesday. Thankfully, they didn't keep him in, but it's so far he seems to be okay. He has got chicken pox, which has been going around. My littlest had chicken pox, and then my eldest has obviously contracted it, but it may have just been a way that the virus sort of appeared that's triggered the other bits and bobs off, which looked like a potential appendicitis. But thankfully we don't think that is the case. He had loads of tests, and he's okay. He's miserable as sin, covered in spots, a bit grumpy. But he's off school, so it means he can sit and play Minecraft and Roblox and watch train videos all day, so he's quite happy doing that. It's been a tricky few days, but no, apart from that, very busy at work. Sadly didn't make the week before last, but it was nice to get back. Oh no, hang on, was I off this week?
You were off this week, weren't you? Yeah.
Was I not there this week?
No, I think you had the boys this week, didn't you?
Oh yeah, Em was at the funeral. Yeah, so I didn't make it to football this week, so I did miss it. I did miss it. You know, when you have that, I'm always spurred on by that weigh-in.
Of course.
So I probably took my foot off the pedal a little bit last week. And I did go out and meet some friends on Saturday who I haven't seen for a long time, and may have supped a couple of beverages on Saturday evening. But I've been pretty good this week.
Good.
Work's really busy at the moment, but I've been pretty good. So looking forward to Friday night, get back at it. So yeah. How about you, Josh? What have you been up to?
I'm pretty busy, generally speaking. Work's busier than ever. It's funny, I say that as my first qualifying thing is work's busier than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people, I think, they just you go to that and you go almost as an excuse, isn't it? On some level. So I've been a little bit up and down. I think I've been okay. Not too great, not too bad either. You know, could be worse etc. So there's some positives there. We'll see what happens come the way in. I think I should be down, but just not by much. Be
yeah,
kind of scrape a little bit here and there.
yeah.
But where
yeah.
I am, considering where I'm at the moment, I'll be okay with that. I just need to get myself back into. I was saying this to a few people, really, not just Steve, but I think I need to make. The problem is I have when my life is like erratic. I think is probably the term I would use. It's not like really erratic. Don't get me wrong. I've got an easy life on some level. I'm not. It's not that. It's more just when things crop up you don't expect them to, and things go wrong. You don't have a scheduled routine. I start to struggle more often. Now you can't. Yeah, you can't. The thing is, I need to be able to be consistent with my weight loss and the way I conduct myself during the week when those things happen, because if I'm not going to be able to do that, I'm relying on my life to not throw curveballs, and that's an impossibility. It's a practical impossibility for the rest of my life. So I need to be able to overcome that.
Yeah.
And how I do that, I'm not quite sure at the moment, but I'm going to keep trying. It's a mental thing ultimately, and so I need to really find out what I can do, if there's techniques I can help myself get through it. I don't think it's stress per se, but I tend to be quite nonchalant when it comes to I'm not eating at a time I was expecting to eat because this is in the way and I was going to do X, Y, Z, but actually I can't anymore. So I'll just grab something here and do it here, and then I'll come back to what I was planning this evening next day. And things like this. And inevitably it's just I might as well just get something quick rather than that's easy when I'm on the move. And there's very few places like that are that particularly healthy, really.
No.
Even if you're walking into like a Tesco and getting yourself a meal deal, it's not always particularly.
No.
So it's small things like that just crop up, and I've got to be able to get around that. So, and it's a mental thing ultimately. So, whether it means I go down the route of therapy or various things like this where I need to or not, I don't know. Yet I haven't really done enough research into that kind of thing, but maybe I have to go as far as that to really get myself around over the hump. So,
do you know what I've got, which I completely forgot about, is I've got a CD of what's his name, McKenna. Someone McKenna used to do like hypnotherapy. Do you remember his name?
I know who you mean.
Paul McKenna. Paul McKenna.
That rings a bell.
And it's called "I Can Make You Thin."
I think I've heard of it.
And it's basically a DVD, or not a DVD, a CD that you put on, and you put it on when you're going to sleep, and you listen to it, and it basically like it hypnotizes you as you're going to sleep.
You'll definitely be able to find it on YouTube, Josh. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, and it works apparently.
Well, I can always give those things a go. I mean, it's not
going to damage you, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't know.
I'm looking at all
what messages he's sending you.
Yeah. We don't know yet. Oh, I guess that's the point. In theory, you could see the first 15-20 minutes of things are just normal, and then they're half an hour in or whatever it gets when they know you're going to be asleep by then.
It's weird.
Throwing in a load of rubbish.
Go and walk in front of the traffic.
I don't think I've ever got more than about 10 minutes in. I've got that years ago. I clearly was just a bit of a joke.
I've definitely heard of it before.
Yeah, I think it did work for quite a few people. I know hypnotherapy works for various things, but you never know.
I keep hearing something called BetterHelp advertised on TalkSport. Obviously, I listen 99% of the time listening to TalkSport, and it's lots of people recommend it. I've definitely heard it on podcast adverts as well, like Rob Beckett and Josh Widdicombe. Definitely, I know Josh Widdicombe struggled with alcohol and he's gone sober, and I think he mentions about how he used BetterHelp, and what they do is you're not just pigeonholed into a local therapist. You're pushed towards somebody that specializes in what you feel might be wrong with you. So that your local guy might not, or woman might not be the person that's best suited to give you the help you need. So it's online, but you've got the ability to still kind of have those moments with them and help you find that light bulb moment, which I know that a lot of us all need. You mentioned meal deals, Josh. One simple change I've made, and I'd never really bothered with, and I know it's not proper sushi, but I'd never really bothered with sushi before, tried sushi before, Tesco meal deal ones, but the calorie drop on that against like just a standard like chicken and sweet corn sandwich, because you're not consuming the bread. You've got I think like half the calories.
Sushi's not my thing in it really, but I'll give it a go.
Mate,
I'm happy
they do like an incredible like katsu chicken one. They do a duck one. It's like it's not proper sushi. Easy enough for me to say. But it's the sushi rolls, and they're really, really tasty, really, really nice. And the calories are honestly half of what I'd normally consume in a sandwich. And then I get like instead of getting a chocolate bar now, I'll grab a pack of the 100% chicken breast, like Matheson chicken bites. And then my kryptonite still would be the Pepsi Maxes or the diet drinks. But I know that they're harming me in other ways, but the calorie wise, it allegedly isn't in them. So I'm kind of having a much healthier meal deal, where before I could easily go for like, and the chocolates are always like double sized chocolates, aren't they, on the meal deal? So you get like the double boost rather than just a standard boost. You get like a double boost. And so just simple things like that has made a difference for me this season round, definitely.
The thing is, I think I need to find a way to get back into the groove on some level. I mean, it's not like I haven't been successful since I've been here to a degree.
Yeah.
It's just obviously nowhere near as successful as I hope I'd be. And I have, as I've explained, gone back the other way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And so, but that isn't, although an erratic and lifestyle is not the excuse, it's just the fact that it is one of these struggles, and it's one of these things where I need to try.
Don't worry about thinking it is whether somebody's going to assume that it's an excuse or not.
No, it's more
life, doesn't it?
I need to, what I'm trying to say is, in my own head, I need to be able to treat it like this is not an excuse. You can't,
fair enough.
That's really where I'm coming from on that point.
Yeah.
I get you.
So, so, and I need to find my way back around it again, because it's not like I haven't done it before. It's just, you can't legislate for some things, but I can't just accept the fact that if things aren't going precisely to a specific plan, that I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, because otherwise I'll still be the same size in 10 years time. So I've just got to start thinking about ways of getting around it. I'm still young enough. I'm not, might as well start now. And of course, there's an element of like something that I know the attitude towards food in my family's never been phenomenal, I should say, and so it's kind of learned experience on that level. So I really want to get out of that while I can, because I know the secret to long-term health is going to be just my mentality long-term. So if I can get my head around it consistently and properly for the long term, then obviously my long-term health outcome is going to be much better.
Have you got do you have access to your historical data from when you were keeping your food diaries, from when you were successfully continuously losing weight? Do you still have access to that data?
Yeah, I mean, because I always use tracking apps, so it's still the same. I can just go back to the dates. It's
worth going back to when you were successfully losing weight and looking at what you're doing and seeing where it's changed slightly. Because what I've found is extra things creep in, and you don't really realize it because it becomes a daily thing.
It's
and
over time,
and you might have changed like a snack, or you might have added a couple and taken something out and added something else in, and that's actually had a negative effect, but you don't really realize. So go back to those weeks when you were consistently losing like a kilo a week or half a kilo a week or whatever, and just look at the differences of what it is you're consuming now than what it was you were doing then. I know your body gets used to stuff, and that's generally why we start to plateau, because your body gets used to the intake of if you're consistently eating the same things over an extended period of time, your body gets used to that, so you don't have to change it up again. But it might be that there's just that switch going back to what you were doing then might kick your body back into to starting to lose some weight again. It's worth a shout.
Great advice. Checking your portions are still sensible portion sizes as well. You might I know Jordan won't mind me saying, I think Jordan's determined that he's still eating the same as what he was before, and his diary is no different, but his diet's no different, but his weight loss is plateauing, and he's finding himself in a bit of a rut, and he thinks it might very well be portion sizes. He might be eating just more of what he is, and has become hungrier because he's more active. He's becoming more hungrier, and that craving of more calories needing to be consumed is creeping in as well. So
Yeah.
It's sound advice, Ben. I never really thought about it that way, and that's the beauty of the diary, is to go back and use it as a Bible and a bit of a guide.
Yeah, definitely.
Just quickly, I looked at what I need to do. I need to do 1.35 a week
for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah,
it's doable, mate.
Yeah, it is doable. Yeah, it is. And I know this week I don't think is going to be 1.35, so inevitably that will shift. But there's going to be weeks that I can really put the hammer down and do what I need to do. So yeah, I'm quietly confident. If it comes any sooner, I want to be very clear that it's not. I'm aiming to have it by the end of the season. If it comes in the last game of the season, then so be it. But I'm beyond, and you've been in this situation, Ben, with me and the team, and we've always said about it. You just can't try and plan percentages in. It's not the way to do it. As long as you're setting yourself by the end of the season, like I am, or by this point, it's what I want to achieve.
It comes when it comes.
Absolutely. And the big thing for me is staying in last man standing till the end. And if the second percentage comes in one season, even better. But yeah, it's worth keeping an eye on. Before we jump into the roundup, I have a confession to make. Steve's Kylie heavy roundup is entirely my fault. We were in conversation, and I had asked him if he'd had a restraining order put on him because we hadn't heard Kylie's name mentioned for a bit, and he duly obliged and filled every opportunity. And as soon as the message was sent, I got a message from him saying, "That's your fault," or something along those lines. That was for you. That's because you mentioned it. So I will take full blame for his overload of Kylie references within the roundup.
We should come to that then, really, shouldn't we, this week? A more modest loss this week overall for the club. Just 14.5 kilos, but lots of good news. So just over 2/3 of those who weighed lost weight, 46 out of 65. Plenty of milestones and hat-tricks, as well as an impressive display from our last man standing contenders. So, and having fallen just short last week, we have now hit our first Kylie of the season.
That's the first one.
Start counting them up. There's one.
Yeah. Our total loss for the whole club is now 57.2 kilos, which is approximately 1.25 Kylie Minogues.
2.
There you go.
Yeah.
Although that's a very low total by our standards, it's worth considering that if you ignore week 1, when most of us were paying the bill for what seems to have been a spectacularly enjoyable Christmas, we've actually lost just over 190 kilos this season. Well over 4 Kylies.
Great.
There you go. Anyway, enough spinning around the numbers.
4.
Here are this week's results, especially for you.
5.
So, Oranges lost 16-9 to the Blues this week. Last week. Us Yellows lost 15-11 to the Reds. There was a draw, 6-all between the Greens and the Blacks, and then the Purples won 16-9 against the Whites. So some big scores in there as well. So a rare defeat for the Oranges at the hands of the Blues has thrown the title race wide open again. Those two teams are tied on 14 points, with reigning champions Purples just 1 behind.
Yeah, man.
So a close one to go with 5 weeks to go. Blues also inflicted an even rarer scales defeat on the Oranges, their first of the season, by the way, reducing their lead in that race to just 2 points. So getting even closer.
Blues. Yeah, it's an impressive victory.
Yeah, they're always tough, aren't they, Oranges? Yeah. They've been so consistent the last 2 seasons. We knew it was going to be a tough one.
Well, we may even have someone even here on this pod to thank for that one. So the Pitch League is as hard to call, with the Blues and the Blacks tied on 13 points, stretching away from third place Greens on 10 points. So nobody went out of last man standing, with all 16 survivors stubbornly refusing to miss out on the last 15 bonus goals. It was the 8th week of LMS, though, meaning anyone with a perfect record over that period is rewarded with a bonus goal.
Yeah. So this, just quickly, Josh, sorry, this tricked us because I didn't realise that was the case. And so when we got the scores come through and I saw the miscellaneous scores in our column, I was like, last man standard's kicked in 6, so that means each week now. But that's not the case. People clanging on.
I know. Well, I was actually saying this briefly to Steve at the end. I was like, the drive to not be that one person
should be enough.
Goes out and gives it goes. It actually seems to be bigger than scoring a goal every week once you are in the last 15.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that will be the case because there's obviously an incentive there, but if we break through one, we might have a week after where we lose a few.
Yeah.
And then,
yes.
Yeah.
But also, whoever it may be, it might not be. It might be out of their control. Do you know what I mean? It might be they've got to work or they're poorly or whatever. So that's the killer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fair play though, because I was sure we would have dropped into LMS this week. I was absolutely positive that we'd drop in, but it's gonna be
very good going.
Yeah, we wait another day.
Yeah. There were 10 players, by the way, who qualified for that bonus goal for 8 straight weeks, with the Blues on 4 goals benefiting the most, Oranges 2, and then the Yellows, Greens, Purples and Whites have 1 apiece accounted for the other goals. So that bonus won't be paid out until week 13, giving those 10 and I'm believing that's because we've got another week. Is that correct? Oh yeah. So net 13 will be the next bonus. Yeah. Next week, essentially, giving those 10 another reason to keep the losses coming right until the end of the season, because penultimate week, an extra bonus goal for.
Yeah, and that's a biggie.
13 consecutive weeks, however many it is. So 11 hat tricks this week, along with 4 milestones to celebrate, including one very special achievement, which we will get to. So 2 players, Jack Hayter, well done, Jack, and Sam Bailey, hit their 5%. In Sam's case, he's done it in just 4 weeks of losses, losing 6.7 kilos since joining the club in week 5 of this season.
Yeah.
Kevin Hughes, by the way, I should say, well done, Jack, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, well done, mate.
Sam's taken 4 weeks, mine's taken 4 years. So yeah, it's not really. It's not really.
Hit it before, haven't you?
I have hit it before. It's only because when I left and rejoined after summer, it became available again. But yeah, it's been because of the Christmas and other things that had happened. I was in a position that was much heavier than I wanted to be. So it's been a harder number to hit from when I first started, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's been a slog, but well on track now,
mate.
On track now.
Yeah.
You're losing.
Very well done.
Lighter than you were before. So
yeah,
well done,
absolutely.
mate.
Yeah. Thank you.
So Kevin Hughes is further along on his journey, we should say, and well into the territory where big losses are harder to achieve. Nevertheless, he's consistently and healthily chipped away at his weight, and this week joined the prestigious 15% club,
well done.
losing 13 kilos since joining Manly Fat.
Brilliant.
Very, very well done.
Yeah.
Of all of those achievements, fine as they are dwarfed by the last of the week's milestone men. So like Kevin, he's another example of quietly getting on with it and proving that steady incremental losses can lead to remarkable results. Jason Court this week achieved a healthy weight and went into maintenance.
Well done, Jason.
He's lost exactly 25 kilos along the way and proved that age doesn't have to be a barrier to getting healthy. So legends walk among us, and some of them, like Jason, walk lightly these days.
Yes.
So very, very well done to Jason.
Unbelievable effort from Jace. And I have to have a talk about it, just because he's obviously a super purple, but we all know what Jace is like. Anyone's at the club know what Jace is like. He just turns up. He doesn't make a fuss. He's not in anyone's faces. He enjoys just playing a little bit of football. So he only likes to play sort of 6 or 7 minutes, and then that's him done. He's happy. He's just been wholly focused, and he does a lot of walking. That's his thing. He's always way up there on the step counts. When we've had step challenges, that's his thing. He gets out and he gets walking, and he's one of those guys that turns up. He loses a bit of weight, and he has done consistently as long as we've been playing together, which obviously this rotation, but before then as well. And for him he never planned on getting to maintenance. He never thought he would probably get. He never even was talking about it. It just progressively happened, and he's got there. And I'm so incredibly proud of him and what he's achieved. And it's inspirational, really, because he is one of the older members of our community as well. And he's doing it for the older boys, and he should be so proud of what he's achieved, because it's incredible. And if he can stay there and consistently, score us maintenance goals every week, then long may it continue.
Yeah.
But more than that, for him, for his health and fitness, it's an incredible achievement, and I'm just so happy for him. He's a lovely guy, a key member of our team especially, and a key member of the club. So massive congratulations to you, Jace. I hope you'll be listening to this. You will, because I'll tell you, I've kissed your ass a bit, and I'm sure you'll listen to it. So just a fantastic achievement, and I'm really super proud for him, and really pleased for him. So
I echo that,
mate.
absolutely, mate. Well done. Having played with him on the Whites, he's such an important member of the team, and well done, buddy. Incredible work.
Yeah, well done. I think it's testament as well, because on the Friday, having known he made it, because we heard about it on the sideline, he was congratulated by pretty much everyone on the sideline, as far as I could tell. That everyone walked up, even the people who may not really know him all that well, but just hear through the grapevine what a great guy he is and what he's done, and what he means. So, and have come up and rightly congratulated him, and it's lovely. I think that's proof of what it means, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, brilliant.
On to team of the week then. So Gareth Hensby leads the team of the week. Undoing a heavy week last time out and losing an impressive 4.2 kilos.
That's mental.
That loss moves Gareth back into his healthy maintenance range. The only player to keep his place from last week's top team is Josh Buxton. A sentence with a sense of inevitability to it. So here is the full lineup. So Gareth Hensby lost 4.2 kilos. David, I think his last name is pronounced Kisgler, I think, something like that. I apologies, I butchered that probably. Has lost 2 kilos. Josh Buxton has lost 2 kilos. Yourself, Jack Hater, has lost 1.9 kilos.
Well done, mate.
Harry Reid lost 1.8 kilos.
Harry's going at it still, isn't he?
George Howe lost 1.5 kilos. Danny Pidgley lost 1.5 kilos. And John Costa lost 1.5 kilos.
So where's John got 1.5 kilos to lose from? Where from?
He's got skinnier fingers now. That's all that's left.
That's an impressive team of the week, though. Very good, lads. Really good.
Yeah.
There's still plenty to play for in all 3 leagues, as we mentioned at the top. But whether or not your team is competing for honours, there's still plenty to play for in your own weight loss journey. If things are going well, keep doing what you're doing, and if not, look to change something up. It's easy to look at achievements like Jason's and think you'll never get there, but we can remember Jason saying the same thing once upon a time, so so it is. Steady and sustainable is the way to go, and there's no limit to what you can achieve that way. So we go again, lads.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going back to Jace, he is a complete and utter example of what I always bleat on about, is that slow and steady wins the race kind of thing. He's consistently losing sort of 200, 300, 400 grams or so, nearly a pound a week. He's very rarely gone above that. He's occasionally lost sort of 600-700 grams, but it's always that kind of figure, 300, 400, 500 grams. And he's done that consistently over, how long's he been at the club? He must be a couple of years now, I'm sure, on and off.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, but what an achievement to do that, at his age as well. I think it's just brilliant. So he's an inspiration, and I'd like to follow in his footsteps maybe one day. I don't think I'll ever get to maintenance, to be honest, because I'm too short. But I'll give him the best shot.
Oh,
there we go.
It's amazing.
Well done.
On to just a couple of things then. So the belts.
Oh God, is that an ender?
So 4 weeks have passed for round 2 of the belts.
Up then. Come on then.
Which means we have to crown another champion.
Hey.
So, or maybe the same champion, depending. We'll find out. So in the lightweight category then, in 3rd place for round 2, Brian Daly, who lost 3.3 kilos despite being on an injury membership.
Well done.
Been able to play. So fantastically well done.
Yeah, amazing.
In second place, and I'm going to butcher his name again, he's lost 3.5 kilos since joining the club, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Is David Kidska.
Is he David, the one that plays for Oranges?
Oranges, indeed, yes.
Is he? He comes with Gareth, doesn't he? I presume he might.
Well, I don't know if it's Gareth. I thought he was a friend of, I think it was Danny Pidgley, to be honest. I didn't think it was Gareth, but he is a friend of a member of the team anyway, who has joined. I know that he was not far over the limit when he joined, and he's not got far to go to hit maintenance.
He's a good footballer as well.
Yes, and he is a good footballer. So there you go. Then, in a very, very orange-heavy top three, in fact, it's all oranges. Of the lightweight category, the lightweight champion for round 2 is Steve Carlton, who lost 4.3 kilos. He is the reigning middleweight champion. He has gone from middleweight, winning that, to lightweight in round 2.
Outstanding.
Winning that. So that's very, very, very well done there.
Yeah, brilliant.
Steve.
Well done, mate.
On to the middleweight category, and a very, very close one. In third place, Ryan Broadbank with 4.4 kilos lost in the middleweight category. He's the reigning heavyweight champion. So he almost did that. Then in second place, having lost 4.5 kilos, Danny Pidgley of the Oranges.
Wow. Yeah. Oranges are flying.
Yeah. And then our new middleweight champion for round 2, having lost 4.7 kilos, Michael Pearson of the Whites.
Well done.
So only 0.3 in those 3 numbers.
All new names on there as well, isn't it? That's so good to hear. Like, these are newer members.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah. Well done.
Very, very well done. I don't know whether they're WWE fans or whether they like the belts, but they're getting them anyway. So.
Or even if they know they exist.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Yeah. On to the heavyweight category. So, in third place, having lost 4.4 kilos, is Ash Sinclair, who, as far as I'm aware, has only been able to weigh in 1 or 2 weeks in that time.
Yeah, well done, Ash.
Yeah. In second place, a bit of a jump, someone who's lost 6.7 kilos in 4 weeks, Sam Bailey of the Reds.
Well done, Sam.
He's done that as he joined in week 5.
Yeah,
brilliant. And I unfortunately missed his name off last week in this WWE belt list. I apologise. But in first place, the new heavyweight champion, surprise, surprise, losing 6.9 kilos, is Josh Buxton.
Hey! Well done,
I tell you what, you don't poke the bear. You take something from him. Like Ryan Broadbank beat him. It doesn't take long for him to want to win it back.
So that's very 6.9 kilos in 4 weeks to win the heavyweight championship belt for round 2. So very well done, lads, to our winners. Josh Buxton in the heavyweight, Michael Pearson for the middleweight, and Steve Carlton for the lightweight belt.
Brilliant.
Well done, gents.
Great work, boys.
Well done. Round 3 is the last of the season. That will be from this week. Week 9 would have been your baseline, and then weeks 10 through 13 weigh-ins will count. So week 13 weigh-in will be your last, and then we will reconvene in season 13.
Nice,
etc. From there. So.
I think maybe we'll at the end of rotation celebration we'll bring it up and get the whichever weight category people have won over the season up and congratulate them that way as well. Try and boost a bit more understanding about what it is we're doing with it as well, because I know not everybody listens to the pod and might think what on earth it is. So well done, boys. Very, very well done.
Very well done.
Excellent work.
Very impressive numbers.
Yeah, really good.
Indeed. The only other thing I will update just quickly is I know people like to hear this part, is the golden boot and such for the league.
Yeah.
So just a quick run through then. So for the golden boot, there are tied first place, 3 people. George Howe, Dom, I can't even pronounce the last name, Avakai. Apologies, Dom, I know you're listening for this keenly. And Jordan Hayter have all scored 9 goals this season.
Wow.
Well done, boys.
Very well
George
done
just come out of nowhere, and did he have a... He's got a hat-trick last week,
he had a bumper week.
There we go. Well done, George.
Yeah. There you go. Joint second then, Jack Hayter, Harry Reid and Lewis.
Hey.
Lewis and Kevin, I should say, all have scored 7
Kev's
this
doing
season.
well too.
Wow, well done.
And
lads.
then Ruben Fernandez has scored 6.
Well done,
So there
Ruby.
you go.
Yeah, Rubes.
Here you go. I think he got a hat-trick this week. So
There we
Well,
go.
indeed,
Shoots you
there
right
you
up,
go.
doesn't it?
Shoots you up, indeed. In terms of the assists, so playmaker as such, Harry Reid leads on 8 assists this season.
Baller.
Tom, and Ryan Broadbank are joint second with 6. And then Kevin and Michael Pearson both have 5. So there you go, assists
Very
this
good,
season.
lads.
That leaving the goal contributions tied first, Harry Reid and Dom for 15 goal contributions this
Wow.
season.
Well done.
Jordan has 13, and then Kevin and George Howe have 12 goal
Good work.
contributions this season. Very well done.
Great
You're not
stuff.
far behind, Jack. You got 10. So
Yeah. I keep getting put in
Well
defence, mate. That's my problem.
well,
Let Jordan score all the goals.
there you go. So that's that. Just a quick update on that one. So not that
Great
I have
work.
anything special to be giving for golden boots and such like this.
Kudos.
Pride.
High five, crisp high five.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, there we go. Shall we just discuss quickly the Man v Fat Awards
Why not?
Yeah.
coming up?
Some
briefly?
news.
Indeed, some news. Would one of you like to break said news?
Go on, Jackie.
So yeah, we were notified this week that we have been renominated, so nominated again for the Media Mogul Award for the Man v Fat annual awards. So last time round it was in Manchester, and this time round it's in the East End of London near the Olympic Stadium. So yeah, we're very privileged and thankful for you guys that will be listening to have nominated us. We did obviously do a little bit of external interviews from other clubs, and we are working to get back to that. There's more on that in a moment, but thank you very much for whoever did nominate us. It is greatly appreciated.
Yeah,
But we are not the only ones in this category from Bournemouth. So Jim, Russ and Con, who do 23 MPH and an incredible job at that, have also been recognised by receiving a nomination for this as well. So
Yes,
it will
indeed.
very much be a Bournemouth heavy table, beers flowing and lots of noise on
They got
on
2
the awards
nominations,
night.
didn't they? 23
They
Yes,
did.
they did indeed.
That's
So
what we're gonna
they
come
got
to.
nominated for the Media Mogul alongside us. So very well done on that. But they also got nominated, I believe, collectively for
Yes.
Community Wellbeing Award
Yeah, great.
as well, which is very apt and thoroughly deserved, I should say.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
for the
amazing.
kind of content they put out. So just we were going to say a huge congratulations to the 23 MPH guys on their nominations. It's due to the huge hard work they put in dedication into what they've done, and they've had some phenomenal episodes. So
Yeah.
really worth a listen. So if you haven't listened, please do go back and listen, and you will understand what the hype is about. So yeah, huge congratulations to you guys at 23 MPH, and
Yeah, so
we look
some
forward to
more
going along.
representation
Rowdy
from the
Bournemouth,
Bournemouth club. Yeah.
Rowdy
Yeah.
Bournemouth lot. The-
Very much
Yeah.
look forward to sharing a table with them and being a nuisance and yeah.
There's a
doing the
few
normal
familiar
stuff.
names on the list actually of the people that have been nominated. Certainly some people that we've spoken to are on that list again, and I know you're going to talk a little bit about this, Jack, about what we might do over the next few weeks leading up to the awards.
Absolutely, yeah. So the plan is where we want to essentially try and talk. Now we've got a list of all of the awards. I believe all of them have been revealed now. All of the nominees for the awards that they'll be given away is we'll be reaching out to them to try and arrange to have a quick chat with them about what they do, how they do it, and the reason why they've been nominated. As I'm sure most of them will know or have an idea what they do so well to get that kind of recognition of what they do. So we'll be reaching out to have a chat and let the masses know what these incredible people have done, whether it be community champions, whether it be coaches, assistant coaches. I'm trying to think the other ones. You've got obviously the Media Mogul. You've got the well-being
Coach of the year,
Yeah, there's so many. So we will
Biggest Losers, all that kind of stuff.
yeah.
we'll speak to some people that you guys wouldn't have heard from, especially the people that listen to this podcast wouldn't have heard from before, and we're always interested to know the story and where Man v Fat obviously share who's been nominated. They don't necessarily give any background as to why. So we'll do a bit of digging to see what we can find and have that conversation.
Yeah, and the great thing I'm looking forward to is when we actually get to the awards as well. On a side note, is an Arsenal legend is doing it, isn't he?
He is, yeah, absolutely,
hosting.
yeah.
So that'll always be good. I wonder if there's a chance that we can get a kick-ass interview with the guy before.
Oh, 100%. We'll just do as we did last time. We just walk up to him and say...
Walk up to him.
Yeah.
I seem to remember you two going, Ben, go and talk to them. Ben, go and talk to Razor. Let's go talk to Razor.
Well, I'm not particularly, you know me, but when I'm sitting here with you guys, it's fine. But I'm not particularly comfortable on a microphone, really.
No, fair.
So...
if we can get there, I think this time's going to be slightly different. There's going to have there's a few food outlets and there's a few more drinks pre-awards. They've got something going on, haven't they? They've explained.
It's also outside, so expect to bring in a smart casual dress code, which means bring your coats because it'll be in the middle of the summer. So in the middle of summer outside.
Could be British weather. We want to make sure we get there early as well to make sure we don't miss out on the freebies like last time.
Yeah. All the footballs went missing.
Oh yeah, those footballs. Yeah. Well, we could do with some.
But no, it'd be great. Looking forward to it. So again, thanks to everyone who voted. It means the world.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll go up and represent. Happy day.
And absolutely anyone who wants to come with as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too.
Yeah, want a night out.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll. I plan on carrying on the night out whilst we're up there. We might as well make the most of it. So I'm sure we'll find somewhere to.
Oh, you young man! You know
I'm
more of a. I'll have a few pints and.
Whilst the
last time you were off to Vegas, mate. So
that's it.
Yeah, true. Yes,
you left us to wander the streets of Manchester on our own. Well, we saw some sights, didn't we, Ben?
Yeah.
We were quite glad to be going home to bed, to be honest.
You think you saw some sights? In the half a mile they had to walk back to the car, I saw some bloody things. I tell you.
Yeah.
The kebab house we stopped at, we certainly saw a thing or two.
Interesting characters.
It just
got chatting to an interesting.
Yeah, don't walk under a big bridge in dark. In
Manchester.
Just in Manchester on a Saturday night. Well, teasing, but good laugh. And at least it's around the Olympic Park, we said, wasn't it? So
yes, so
nice
you got obviously Stratford and all of the other eateries and bars and clubs or whatever else is around Westfield Shopping Centre and stuff. So it's it should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it, and I like the idea of it being a bit more of a relaxed feel. I'm a bit stiff and wooden when I put a suit on, so I prefer to be in a smart pair of jeans and a jacket or something. That should be the order of the day.
Clarkson look, definitely. For those of you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeans, shirt, and a jacket. There you go. Done.
Yeah.
Oh well, should be good fun, and it's not far away either, really, is it? Was it? I can't remember what we said. Is it 24th of May?
And the night before is the Amazing Losers game.
Yeah, and that's interesting because that's at Leighton Orient, so they're very, very close. So that's probably why they've done that.
Yeah. So I may struggle to wangle 2 nights away, but we'll be there in spirits for our amazing losers that will be in attendance. And they streamed it last time, didn't they? Or somebody streamed it last time, so you could watch it
streamed,
live online. So I'll be keeping an eye out for it as well.
Yeah, indeed. Support the lads.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Definitely.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, that's it for that part. We didn't have anything else.
I've got one thing I'd quite like to talk about.
Yes,
I've got one thing, and then we'll probably talk about our little awards ceremony coming up. But I had a message today. I mean, I know a lot of the groups in past football, in past rotations, the chats keep going, and you've been pals with people over the years. Some of us that have been here since the beginning, obviously. And we occasionally get messages pop up in groups from people who've long since gone or moved on or whatever. And I'm sure a lot of people will remember a guy called Nick, who used to play for the Blues.
Oh yeah.
Big tall guy. He played with you, Josh, in the Yellows.
Yep.
And we talked about Nick before.
Lovely,
Blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lovely guy. Well, he left, man. In fact, it wasn't quite working for him. It wasn't really his thing. He was brilliant for us, and he was part of the quadruple winning Blues team, which I might mention again. But he was big part of that team. But he went off and he found something else to do, and he's been doing CrossFit and he's been doing weights and he's been doing this, that, and the other. Well, we had an update today. He sent through a message on the old Blues chat, and I just wanted to read you it. He just basically said, "Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to update you on my progress. I'm doing my first fitness race this weekend in Glasgow called High Rocks.
Oh wow, High Rocks is mental.
Yeah, it's a mix of 8 stations, row machines, burpees, etc., and 8k of running. He's been training loads in the last few months to get himself ready to compete. He's hoping for a 1 hour 40-minute time. Okay,
wow.
So far he has lost 56.7 kilos.
No.
Wow, really?
56.7 kilos, which is nearly 9 stone.
Has he sent you a photo of him?
He sent a photo. So he is currently 90 kilos, which is lighter than me.
Wow, what an achievement.
That's insane.
Well, High Rocks, I've seen it's slightly pretentious where people take their tops off and look at me run around with my top off while I'm super fit, but sounds somebody like him, what an achievement to get to that point.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
It's
I'm
mad,
so thrilled. Genuinely thrilled.
Yeah,
He's found
because he's a lovely guy. Yeah.
He's got to where he was getting. Well, he may have already got to where he wants to be, but definitely.
Well, he wants to go further. He's currently at 90 kilos. He wants to get down to between 80 and 85, and so his next job is to tone up and build a bit of muscle. Because obviously, losing that amount of weight, you get quite a lot of excess skin and stuff.
Yeah,
so
right.
You need to start building some muscle mass. But he looks fantastic, and it's such a fantastic story.
That's amazing.
And the fact that he's popped it in the group, but obviously we were quite a big part of his, the start of his journey into his weight loss journey. So he keeps us updated, and I just wanted to share that with everybody here because I know a lot of people knew him as well. And
well done.
And he's clearly very, very proud of what he's done, and he should be because that's nuts.
That is actually insane.
To lost that amount of weight is completely bananas.
It's not even that long, is it? I was just trying to think.
No,
when
he left halfway through
your last rotation.
I think it was our last season.
So it's been about a year then.
Yeah,
over a year.
Yeah, right? Probably about that. Yeah, probably
a year and a bit.
So there you go. That's
incredible.
I mean, it's nuts, isn't it? I mean,
yes,
that is just.
So fair play, a massive round of applause and huge congratulations.
Yeah, please pass on our congratulations as well, mate.
Top guy. Yeah, I will do.
Wish him luck from all of us for High Rocks.
Yeah, I will. And I said to him today, did he mind if I mentioned it on the pod? Because I think that's really inspirational and
that
deserves to be shared.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
I was when you were building up to it, I was expecting you to say he's lost some weight.
Yeah.
I was not expecting you to say 50 odd kilos. That is just incredible.
9 stone. I mean, what? That's mad. He's a big guy. Don't get me wrong. He's tall.
Yeah.
But 9 stone. Jesus.
Like carrying a child around.
That's carrying a Kylie around, isn't it? That's a whole Kylie.
Oh, it's over a whole Kylie. Yeah, that's over a whole Kylie. That's what we were saying.
Mad.
But anyway,
massive congrats to Nick. I think that's just brilliant. So. Yeah.
You're right.
I love to hear that.
Isn't it great?
Thank you.
Yeah, really good.
And to find something else as well, which is pretty cool, isn't it? It clearly wasn't quite right for him. I don't remember. No. I think you might be able to point me in the right direction, but I think he was relatively new to football, or very inexperienced in terms of playing. There we go. Yeah, so I thought that was the case. So that side of things is quite daunting, isn't it? And as we've always referred to, the standard of footballer has improved and does seem to improve season on season. So I think moving away from it, clearly he found the right thing that wanted to do, but not quite the right ingredient, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it wasn't quite right. He wanted to try other things. I think he was very, very focused on wanting to do something positive to change his weight he was very keen, and so he was open to trying lots of different things, and Manvifat was part of that. But then he was doing other things as well. He did a bit of ballroom dancing. He did cross training, obviously. He went off and started doing some ballroom dancing. So he was actively trying different things to kind of see what clicked. And he did lose weight with Manvifat. He lost, I think he got to his 15%. I might be wrong, but he definitely did quite well. It just wasn't something that he felt it was clicking quite right. He had to do something else.
Fair enough.
So he did, and clearly he's found the right thing, and
there we go.
It's going to stick for him. So yeah, super pleased for him. He's a
amazing.
top lad, and really good. So hopefully we'll get to have a catch up with him at some point, and he'll come along and show us his new, very, very slim physique.
Yeah. Incredible. Well done.
I'd love to see him again, to be honest.
He's a good guy.
So yeah.
So that's nice bit of news.
That's amazing. I don't really know where to go from there, Ben, really.
Sorry, have I peaked?
Peaked, yes. Oh yeah. Well, please don't turn off, please. Please keep listening. But yeah. The thing I had actually was going to give you guys a little bit of fun, more quizzing. I know we talk about quizzing, more quizzing, but this one's a bit more football related. That I was going to do to pass over some time, and hopefully other listeners as well can try and work these out. So these are the standard, what you would class as career paths for footballers.
Okay.
So we go through their teams, and then you essentially have to guess who they are.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
All of these players that I have, apart from a couple, which I will probably qualify, but probably lean to where someone you should know, that both of you should know, are quite well-known footballers. Okay. They aren't obscure. So we should, the two most easy ones we'll start with.
Go on.
Easy. Well, I believe. Okay, this is the thing. Ben,
you believe they're easy.
I believe they're easy, but that's because I've actually looked at them, so I know. Yes. To be fair, but there are like at least 2 or 3 teams you'd be thinking, okay, you've got all of them. There's can only be really one person, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So the first one then, started at Monaco.
Mbappe.
No. Then very briefly was at Juventus.
Okay.
Then went to Arsenal.
How recently?
Oh, I can give you the years if you want.
No. Go to the clubs. Went to Arsenal. Yeah.
I've also, so just to give you, if we get too difficult, I will give you the years, and then I'll give you their appearances for each one.
Okay.
And then if I need to give you some other
Monaco,
Juventus,
Arsenal,
Juventus,
and then the journey. Is it they're currently at Arsenal?
No. Then to Barcelona. They're no longer a footballer. So most of them. Indeed,
Henry
it is Thierry Henry. Yes.
Yeah.
So Monaco, Juventus briefly, Arsenal, Barcelona, and then New York Red Bulls.
I didn't know about Juventus briefly.
He was there in 1999 for 16 games he played.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, it was a loan because we brought him from
bit of a curveball there.
Monaco.
I don't know if he was loaned. I think it was like the back end of the season in 99. He went from Monaco to Juve and then got sold to Arsenal. So that's quite an interesting one. 254 appearances for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Can you remember how many goals he scored, Jack?
179.
Close. 174. So really good guess. Really good guess.
Mate.
Really good guess.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
I should know it. It's not a guess. He's my favourite player. I should know it. I thought I did know it.
Anyway,
it was close.
So the next player on the list then.
Go on.
Everton.
I think I know already. But...
Yeah. Then went to Manchester United.
Yeah, Rooney, of course it is.
Then went to Everton.
Yeah.
Then DC United.
Then DC United.
Yeah.
Then Derby County is indeed Wayne Rooney. Yeah. So that was pretty obvious. I mean, that was not really going to go anywhere. The next person is retired in ~95. So just to give you an idea. So played for only 2 clubs.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was Ajax.
Yeah.
And the second one was AC Milan.
Clarence Seedorf.
95.
No, can't be Seedorf.
Ajax and Milan.
So, from 1981 to 1987, he played for Ajax, and that should give you a clue Slight clue. Then from 87 to 95, which he's most known for, he played for AC Milan.
Is it Cruyff?
No, it is not Johan Cruyff.
No, because Cruyff was at Barca, wasn't he?
To give you one,
okay.
I mean, you can just budge me if you want another clue.
Yes, give us another clue.
Go on, give us another one.
Okay. He played 132 games for Ajax. He scored 127
So he's a
goals.
striker.
It's got to be Dutch, I would suggest.
Yeah.
Dutch striker from the 80s.
Oh.
Considered potentially one of the best strikers ever. If you can remember his name.
Got to be. Oh, Christ.
What year did he retire?
95.
1995.
Oh,
I'll bet there'd be someone listening who'd be
it's right on the
screaming.
tip of my tongue. Yeah.
Screaming
fuck,
it.
what's his name? As soon as you say it, I'm going to
don't
go,
know.
yes.
I don't know how long to give you before
I give up.
No, I can't give up. I know exactly who it is. I can see him. I can see him.
A few more seconds. You're going to kill me.
No, go on, I will kill you.
Yeah. Marco van Basten.
Oh, bloody Basten. God damn it.
Yeah,
Van Basten.
it is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to do the maths quickly. So he did 279 games across those two. And he scored 16 goals?
Mad. Yeah, he was some player.
Absolutely unbelievable.
I remember watching him at the 1990 World Cup, and he was something else.
The next one is might lean on you, your knowledge, Ben.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
So, Norwich City. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went to West Ham.
Yep.
Then he went to QPR.
Okay.
Then he went to Leeds. And then the final two, he basically didn't play a game. It was in the same year. He went to Huddersfield and then to Chelsea as a retired. So the main ones are Norwich City to West Ham to QPR to Leeds to the back end of his career.
Oh,
Leeds.
He started in 1999 and he officially retired in 2018.
Oh, fucking hell.
Wow.
But he left, to give you an idea, he left QPR in 2016.
Okay, that's a bit of a clue. West Ham, and then went to Leeds.
Got any goal scoring numbers or anything?
He scored 0 goals.
I was going to say he's got to be a defender. Is it?
Ever?
Is it?
0 goals. He's never scored a goal.
Wow.
You say defender.
Keeper.
Goalkeeper. It's got to be a keeper.
He was at Norwich from 99 to 2006.
Rob Green.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Good shout, Jackie.
Rob
well
Green.
done. Yeah, because I thought it had to be from
Remember
that
him at Chelsea?
promotion-winning side.
Right at the end at Chelsea.
I don't remember him going to Leeds, though.
He was a bit of a journeyman, wasn't he?
He was at Leeds.
That was after we got promoted.
Yeah. So he was at Norwich City for 223 games from 99 to 06. And 06 to 2012,
Do you know
he was at
why
West
he went
Ham
to Leeds?
for 219 games.
I think... Oh, no, that's the wrong
It was
one.
QPR from 2012 to 2016 for 121 games played. And then went to Leeds 16-17, played 46. So there you go.
There was a whole really interesting thing about Rob Green because he was our number one. And then when we got promoted, they bought Julio Cesar on the last day of the transfer window. And Rob Green tells a brilliant story about it, going, as far as I was aware, they weren't signing the keeper. And then all of a sudden I heard it on Sky News saying they've signed Julio Cesar. And he was like, what?
Cesar was a bit of a nut job, wasn't he? He was like a bit of a
Brazilian number one at that point.
He was a hothead, a very good footballer as well, wasn't he? He was like, with his feet, was incredible, wasn't he?
Yeah. He tells a brilliant story about it. Well worth a listen. But fair, good one. Well done, Jackie. I'd have probably got there.
He had a bit of a finger missing as well, did he, Rob Green? I think he's lost some of his finger.
His fingers are all mangled.
Or it's
yeah,
like
one of them
permanently
bends
like
the wrong
fucked.
way. Yeah.
So on to my next one. Someone who's the only one on my list who's currently still playing.
Okay.
So started at Chippenham Town for the briefest of brief spells. Then went to Ipswich Town.
Yeah.
Then to AFC Bournemouth.
Maybe I don't.
He's playing now.
And then went to Aston Villa.
Tyrone Mings.
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
Tyrone Mings, yes.
Nice.
And he's still playing, obviously. So yeah, it was interesting. I didn't realise he did 17 games at Bournemouth in 2 years.
It wasn't much at all. He had that horrific injury.
Yeah.
So I watched his debut. I'm sure I might have said this on the pod before. Me and Dad went to. It was the year Bournemouth got promoted, and they did a friendly at Yeovil, and we had like Max Gradle come back. We had Lee Tomlinson in the squad. You had Tyrone Mings. They just threw a lot of money at the squad when it first got promoted. And Tyrone Mings played. I'd never seen him play before, and there's this big lanky fella at the back, and he and. The irony, you two will appreciate this. I've never seen somebody so left-footed. And honestly, he was on. I swear to God, it was like a ship turning with the ball at his feet to engineer everything to be on his left foot, and playing as a left-sided centre back when the ball, like even league, I think Yeovil must have been like probably League 2 at the time. Their strikers noticed instantly what they needed to do to get the ball off of him, and he had an absolute mare. His first ever game for the club, and me and Dad sat there going, I think they spent a fair whack of money on him as well, and we sat there going, what on earth have they done here with this centre back? And even to this day, I'm adamant to this day, 35 million that Bournemouth got for him was Bournemouth stealing a fucking living there. That was an unbelievable bit of business for Bournemouth. I still don't believe the hype with him, and I don't know many Aston Villa's fans that would give me much grief for it. I feel sorry for him because he has had some horrific injuries, and he's played for England, and there's times, you're right, Ben, he has had flashes that he looks a real player, and I know he was
that consistency, is he?
He was captain whilst Gerrard was manager, and I think a lot of the blame was put his way because I don't think he was playing particularly well, and I don't think the team were doing particularly well. Well, they weren't towards the end of Gerrard's time, and I think Mings become a bit of a scapegoat for them. But I remember the day that I first clapped eyes on him, and it was quite a shock to see. And as I say, the irony is not wasted on you two of me saying that I've never seen somebody so left-footed.
Definitely.
It's but it boggles the mind. But yeah, that was an interesting one. I knew he was Ipswich as well. I didn't. Who else did you say?
Chippenham Town. But that's where he started in 2012, and he's played 10 games.
We got him from.
Fair.
Have you can't see his transfer fees there, can you? By any chance? You haven't got his Wikipedia up.
No.
I think Bournemouth paid like 15 odd million for him, and even that was too much money.
Yeah. Well,
but there we go.
I don't know. He's probably worth 15 million now, though, isn't he? Still.
At least, just to inflation, mate. Just as somebody that can kick a ball and has played got Premier League caps, you're worth at least 15, aren't you?
Yeah.
So,
good point.
Yeah. Any more?
Well, yes, I have a few more, but it depends on time. So,
one or two more, I reckon.
Okay, I've got to pick now, haven't I, really? Oh, God.
I won't give you
I'll give you a
synopsis of their previous
I'll give you a couple
games.
of one-team guys at the end.
Go on.
So, next one. West Ham.
Mm-hmm.
Then to Chelsea.
There's a few. Go on. That's got.
Then to Liverpool.
Joe Cole.
Then to West Ham again. It is Joe Cole, by the way. I was just trying to give it a bit more time.
Sorry.
So West Ham, Chelsea, Liverpool, West Ham, Villa, Coventry, briefly.
He was a good player.
To the US.
He was a fantastic player. One of the best players to play in my sort of era of watching England play at the golden age. Joe Cole. I think he scored some of the best goals for England as well at that time. He was an incredible player. I loved watching him.
Yeah. I remember that goal he scored, like the chest and then like volley that just looped over.
Yeah.
It was a good goalkeeper as well. I think it might have been the game that Zlatan scored that ridiculous goal against England as well. It might have been against Sweden. I might be wrong. No, I don't know. I think it was actually in a tournament, not
brilliant.
But yeah,
Great
what a
player.
player.
Yeah.
And West Ham's youth development at that point was incredible.
Oh,
so you got
God.
Ferdinand. Well, he was probably towards the end of it. But you had Ferdinand, Lampard, and Joe Cole, and many more like that. I remember Freddie Sears breaking through, and he looked a worldie as well. So yeah,
Very good.
Nice.
Next.
Anyway, Malmo FF is the first game on this list.
Malmo.
Yeah. Then to Ajax. Then to Juventus. Then to Inter Milan.
Oh
I know, I'm going to help you with this one a little bit. Then to Barcelona.
my God.
Inter Milan to Barcelona.
Yeah.
That's the
Then
big one.
Then to AC Milan.
Oh,
That's a kick in the balls.
Then for the most appearances, the next one to PSG. This might give it away. Then to Manchester United. Then to LA Galaxy.
Oh.
Then back to AC Milan.
To LA Galaxy back to Milan.
Who went from? So sorry, he went from United to LA Galaxy.
Yes.
Oh, this
Wasn't
one's so
Ibrahimovic,
obvious. I
was
can't
it? Was
think
it?
of it.
Wasn't Zlatan, was it?
It was indeed Zlatan.
Ah, of course it is. Of
Yeah.
course it is.
Trying to think who went. Yeah.
He
I
was at
forgot that he
Barcelona,
went
by the
to-
way, for one part of year for 29 games.
What a team they had at that point as well. Henri was in that team, I'm sure, as well.
He's played for a lot of clubs. Quite
he
some
has
big
played
clubs
for a
lot.
as well.
And also,
Jesus.
he's weird. He's only passed 100 appearances for one team, and that's PSG. 122. Every other team, he's basically done between 60 and 90 basically appearances.
I'm trying to
Almost every
think.
other team. It's just really
I think he was
strange.
at PSG with Bex as well.
That's
think
probably
they-
why I went to.
they
That's
might have-
probably why I went to LA Galaxy. I would have think.
Yeah, I reckon there was a crossover there as well.
Because Bex would have been at Galaxy at that
Yeah.
point.
Anyway, a couple more then, I think.
Yeah, go
We've
on.
got a few minutes.
Yeah.
I've got a few more. It's up to you. Just to stop. So, started at Schalke, German side.
Mm-hmm.
Then went to Werder Bremen. Then went to Real Madrid.
Say him again, sorry.
So Schalke,
Schalke,
Yeah.
Werder
Werder
Bremen,
Bremen. Then went to
Real.
Real Madrid.
From
Then
Werder
went to
Bremen.
then went to Arsenal. Then went to Fenerbahce. And then lastly, retiring in 2023, which gives you a hint,
Mm.
to Istanbul Bashkir, whatever it's called. Başakşehir.
Why can't I think?
So, started in 2006 at Schalke for 2 seasons.
Went from
then-
Werder Bremen to
08 to 10 went to Werder Bremen. Then 2010 to 2013 was at Real Madrid. Then 2013 to 2021 he was at Arsenal.
wasn't Mesut Ozil, was it?
No.
It was
good
indeed
shout.
Mesut Ozil.
Mesut. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The Werder Bremen
Yeah.
threw me. Of course
Yeah,
it
it
was.
did me too.
I forget.
Well,
how,
that's where you start, isn't it? Because otherwise, if I just said he was at Real Madrid, went
No,
to
of
Arsenal,
course,
went to
yeah,
Fenerbahce,
yeah.
you'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
maybe, yeah.
he
'Cause
was.
it's two sides of the most obvious one.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
brilliant for Madrid, wasn't he?
He was a good player. Thought he did well
Ronaldo-
for you boys,
Well,
to
it's
be
funny.
fair.
Yeah, he did.
He scored 19 goals in 105 games for Real Madrid,
Mm,
and then he scored 33 in 184 for Arsenal.
Mm.
yeah. Yeah.
So he's not like been a prolific goal scorer, was he? But
No,
he's-
but he was
a big
such a
player.
creator.
Yeah,
yeah,
hell of a
absolutely.
creator. Ronaldo credits a lot to his Real Madrid career to Mesut Ozil. I'd seen that in a documentary about him.
Mm.
Imagine players like if we had Ozil and Alexis Sanchez in the team that we've got now.
Yeah, man.
Alexis
Oh, yeah.
Sanchez is probably one of the most underrated, mad decision to leave to go to United, but I get why he did
crazy.
it for more money.
Oh,
but we
because
had the very best of him. I know he was good at Barcelona, but he stepped. Again, I bore people, but I saw his first game. I saw his debut for Arsenal in the Emirates Cup, and the geezer was running along with a ball in his head halfway through the game.
Different.
And
class,
we were just like, oh. And he was one of the first. You like your boots, Josh. They're like the Magistas with the high sock things. He was like one of the first players that kind of wore those, and everyone was like, "What are these boots? Wow, look at this player that's wearing these boots." He was, he'll forever remember good old Alexis.
Anyway, on to another one then.
Go on then.
So, I think this is probably easier. Atletico Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
Then went to Liverpool. Then to Chelsea.
Torres.
Then to AC Milan and Atletico Madrid. It is indeed.
Fernando Torres.
Yes.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, I mean it's weird actually. It's funny. He's been to 5 clubs technically, but only one of them he's done 10 appearances as AC Milan. Every other team he's been to, he's played over 100 games.
Wow,
I'm surprised he played over 100 for Chelsea. They ruined him.
Yeah, he's played 100. He played more games for Chelsea than he did for Liverpool.
Did he?
Yeah,
Man,
102 games for Liverpool and 110.
Wow, it was close then.
It was close, yes, but I mean,
I remember
he
when
scored 65 for Liverpool and then 20 for Chelsea.
Yeah, he was quite something there, wasn't he?
Him and Gerrard were just a match made in heaven, weren't they?
Yeah.
I remember when he signed or that he was being linked with Liverpool, his armband, somebody had seen his armband in like the back of a photo because he was captain, and in the armband it actually had written in English, "You never walk alone." So everyone was like, "Oh my God, he's definitely coming to Liverpool," and lo and behold, he did. I don't know if that actually had anything to do with it, but yeah, he was phenomenal.
Yeah,
That goal against Barcelona for Chelsea in the Champions League, we got Gary Neville like going all crazy, wasn't he? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was a strange old game. That weird the shit I remember, isn't it?
Anyway,
nice, Josh. I like it.
Love that.
Next one then. Again, I think it's probably
Go on.
relatively easy. Southampton.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went to Spurs. Then he went to Real Madrid. Then to LAFC.
Bale.
It is indeed Gareth Bale.
Yeah,
Gareth Bale.
play.
Yeah, enough. He was a player as well.
Wasn't he, Josh?
Yes.
Just watching Real Madrid in the background now, that goal that he scored in the Champions League final. The shit he got from Real Madrid fans was never worthy of it. And I think he lost his love for football because of the way that he was treated there. But he was a hell of a player for them.
He did what I think quite a lot of average people would think, really. Like he did if he's getting paid that much money to ride the bench at Real Madrid, part of you, in theory, it's a whole thing of, do you have pride in your work? Do you actually want to play football? Do you, that kind of thing? Do you love what you do? But on the other hand, it's like, who wouldn't just pay 350 grand a week to
absolutely
train and play football with your mates in training, and then not
his
play
real passion was golf anyway.
He just wanted to play golf.
I think he was just too honest, wasn't he? Really, basically.
He provoked him with the whole Wales, golf, Madrid in that order flag when Wales got qualified for the Euros or whatever it was. But it's sensational player. There's another game that he scored a goal against Barcelona where he runs off the pitch. Do you remember? He knocks it past somebody. He kind of gets forced out, and he does a huge run around of the player and just completely burns them.
And he was absolutely nailed on in my fantasy team for the whole time he was at Tottenham, I think.
Yeah.
He was just
single-handedly pulled them through games, didn't he?
Yeah, magic.
Yeah, very good player.
I have a couple more that, a few more, but a couple that two of them now I'm not sure are going to be quite as easy. So the first one then started at San Lorenzo, which is an interesting team. I don't think I've heard of that team before.
I've never heard of him.
Brazilian.
Then went to Espanyol.
Okay.
Yeah. Then went to Manchester City.
David Silva.
No. Then for the last bit went to West Ham.
Tevez? Oh no, because he was at
not
Man
tennis.
United.
Went to West Ham.
So in 2002, he started at San Lorenzo. He retired in 2020 at West Ham.
At West Ham, he retired.
Yes.
Oh, no, it can't be because that's the same. Oh, that is a tricky one.
Where was he before West Ham?
Manchester City.
City to West Ham.
Do you want me to give you some years?
Yeah.
So 02 to 05, he was at San Lorenzo. 05 to 08, he was at Espanyol. 08 to 2017, he was at Manchester City.
Okay.
And then he went from Manchester City to West Ham in 17 to 2020.
Scott will be screaming at this.
Well, I actually put it in here because I know he's a listener.
Yeah.
Because I know he'll know it. I'm sure he
You
will.
got any numbers of goals or
That's a big
anything?
City
Yeah, of
player.
course. He scored a total of 20 goals in those games, and he had over 400 appearances across all those teams.
Okay.
230 of which were for Manchester City.
230 appearances, Man City.
Hmm.
Fucking hell, I can't think of. That's the one that's getting me. Is the Man City to West Ham?
Yeah, we'll know this and we'll kick ourselves.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
I have one more clue for you.
Go on.
What's his
He was
nationality?
Funnily enough, off the top of my head, I don't know.
Okay.
Which is a bit ridiculous because I really should know.
Okay. All right. You googling?
Yeah, just in the background, just in case.
Okay.
He
cool.
is sometimes seen as a pundit, in particular during international tournaments on English TV. Really, only in international tournaments you will see him, particularly the World Cup.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I'm confused as well.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what else to give you. He's Argentinian.
Okay.
Oh,
I know.
no.
Zabaleta?
It is indeed.
Well
Well
Zabaleta.
done. There we go.
Got
Yeah,
there
he
in
got
the end.
loads of appearances, didn't he, for City?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is indeed.
Yeah,
Zabaleta.
that was a tough one.
He does actually do international coverage, I think.
Yeah,
does,
I think
yeah,
you're
he
right.
does,
Yeah.
He does. Yeah. So I wasn't throwing you off there. That's all right.
Go on then, one more. Hit us up with one more, son.
Well, okay. He was at Barcelona B and then Barcelona at the same time. And then he went to Bayern Munich. And then finally to Liverpool. That's it.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting.
Was it Didi Hamann?
No, it was not Didi Hamann.
Hmm.
I'll give you some years then, just to context. He started in 2008.
Oh, okay.
He finished in 2024 at Liverpool. So there you go.
But somebody retired at Liverpool last year.
From where did he watch? German club, was it? Bayern?
Yes, Bayern Munich.
Went to Liverpool. There for most of his career. Oh,
So
God, this has got to be.
I didn't tell you that.
One.
So he 08 to 11, and in that time 09 to 13, which is the main time, he was at Barcelona. So he played for Barcelona B and Barcelona.
Right. Okay. Sorry.
In those years. Then from 2013 to 2020, he was at Bayern Munich. Then in 2020 to 2024, he went to Liverpool. Again, Liverpool fans would be screaming.
Yeah.
Screaming at this. I'd just be like, interesting one. I'm just trying to work out.
Get me out some more clues. Come on. Jack's busy Googling.
No, I was replying to a message. I can't.
He scored 28 goals in his career.
Only 28 goals.
It's probably defensive.
And he retired in 2024.
Well, yeah, he stopped at Liverpool in 2024, as far as I'm aware. I'm just going to double check this because
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
it seems that he did stop.
The only buy-in to Liverpool player I can think of is Xavi Alonso, but he played at Real Madrid as well.
Yeah, he retired way before that.
Yeah. I can't think of any other.
He is Spanish.
Hmm.
Oh,
No, I'm
did he? I don't know. I think
Okay.
I'll make a pass on this one. You've
Yeah.
stumped us on the
He's a
last one. mate.
midfielder.
Midfield, Spanish midfielder.
for Liverpool.
Well,
I'm
no.
still.
Okay, do you give up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Thiago
Oh,
Alcantara. So Thiago.
Has he
Alcantara.
retired?
Yeah, he stopped at Liverpool. He finished, as far as I can tell. He's not.
Fair.
He's not had any other.
What
No,
a
that's
player!
Yeah.
Like a Rolls
Yeah, he
Royce.
was, yeah.
A little drop of a shoulder as he's receiving a ball. He can jinx, pretend he's going one way when he's controlling
Yeah,
the
he
ball
was
and
a
could
good
go the
player.
complete opposite.
Just to round it off, I have two more. They're one-team clubs, so
Go on then.
you one-team people.
One
So-
team players.
Manchester United, obvious. Okay, I
Okay.
can't just say Manchester United because there's plenty of people who've only ever played for Manchester United. Okay, not Giggs. Had 400 appearances.
Okay.
If I give you the years, I think it
Yes.
might give you a bit of a clue.
Well, yeah, go on.
92 to
Gary Neville.
2011.
Gary Neville.
It is
yeah.
indeed Gary Neville.
Yeah.
The
One
class
team
of
club,
92.
well, it's a bit of a giveaway, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
come
more
on.
Scouse as well, isn't it? Sorry.
He's like the most boring footballer ever, but I mean, you don't
love
play 400
Gary
appearances for Man United.
Nicky Butt was on the radio earlier talking about the class of 92. He was actually I've really enjoyed listening to Nicky Butt.
He's
He
a
was
good
proper
laugh.
insightful and
Yeah.
he's given his opinion on everything United, which was he didn't hold back either. Fair play.
No, he doesn't. Last one then. I'm going to keep you forever. AC Milan. Only played for AC Milan. Only ever played for AC Milan. Absolute legend.
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Started
Del
from-
Piero? No,
No.
of course it's not Del
No.
Piero. Why can't I think who it is?
647
Fucking hell.
appearances for AC Milan.
It's not the keeper, is it? Is it the keeper?
Do you want me to give you a year?
Yeah.
Yes. 1984 to 2009.
2009.
Oh. I can't think of his name. Position?
I'll just say he scored 29 goals in 647
He's a
appearances.
defender then.
Italian defender.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, he is. What's his? Yeah, I think I know you mean. I can't remember his name.
You must know. Italian defender.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly who it is.
Does his surname finish in Celli?
No.
Doesn't?
But it's not. No, but it's an Italian sounding.
Christ.
Do you give up yet?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
on.
Paolo Maldini.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Christ's sake. Of course it's
10 o'clock at
Maldini.
night, Josh. You can't be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're making us look bad now.
Yeah.
No. I'm just
Maldini
kind of
and Van
leaving it
Basten are
because-
going to haunt me forever.
Yeah, to be fair, I thought those two were quite good. I thought I'd chuck in a couple of legends there, AC Milan legends.
Yeah,
definitely.
Good
I
stuff,
don't know why
mate.
I had
Love
AC
it.
Milan so much
Yes,
in there,
I
but
enjoyed
that was
that.
just
Very good, mate.
anyway.
Nice.
So,
something different.
Yeah, just throw something in. We'll see how many people who listen in the community find some of
everybody
those
does.
easy.
Yeah, it's got to be shouting at me on Friday.
Yeah, there'll be a few.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Playing them as well,
with the
so.
Liverpool
Yeah.
bits. Yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, chaps.
Well, I
I
enjoyed
think unless there's anything else, lads, we'll leave it there this week. We've had
Yeah.
a
We
bit
will.
of a
Quick
feature
shout
on
out
this.
about our awards on the 12th of April. Tickets
Yeah.
available.
Mhm.
I will be
raffle
there
tickets.
Friday collecting monies for tickets and raffle tickets. I've shared the prizes in the groups, but what I'll do is I'll get Josh or Steve to add the current list of raffle prizes into the official one, so nobody can send a message over it and it go missing, so you can all see what's up for grabs.
Yeah, great.
Same as before. Last time, if you weren't involved last time, if you buy 10 tickets, you'll get 2 free to really encourage you to at least spend a tenner. That would be nice. And keep trying to find some prizes for us. We've had a real flurry this week. It did have me worried a little bit. I know I spoke to you two separately. I did have me worried a little bit. We've had a proper good flurry of some really good prizes, including 2 full weekend tickets to Bournemouth Sevens, who are really happy and keen to support us, and have also offered us a space as a dodgeball team at a discounted rate, which I will speak to some people about
That'd be funny.
at some point. That
That'd
would
be
be
a
a
good
good laugh. But that's something to consider as well. So
Yeah,
sweet.
and just a quick reminder that all the proceeds for this will be going to Dorset Mine, if that's the case.
Absolutely.
I believe,
You've
or at least
got
as
it.
much as we can go.
Yeah.
So it's for charity, mate. It's for charity.
We just got to make sure we cover that hall higher, then the rest goes to them. So please,
indeed,
please contribute and dig deep. It goes to an incredible cause that somebody eventually will need them, I'm sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, indeed.
Nice
All
one,
right,
lads. Great stuff.
Well, good evening. I will see you, Josh, tomorrow. Ben, you're not playing tomorrow night, are you?
No.
Well, Thursday.
No.
By the time this
Friday.
comes out, they'll be gone, mate.
It'll
I'll
be
seeing you all tonight.
gone,
Friday.
It'll be a Friday. So, thank you everybody for listening.
Nice one, boys.
And well done, boys. Enjoyed that.
Take it easy.
Cheerio.
Bye-bye.